Life offers us countless treasures, but none are as precious and impactful as genuine kindness. Imagine for a moment waking up to a world where every single person chose compassion over indifference, warmth over coldness, and generosity over selfishness. Can you picture the transformative power such a world would hold? This simple yet profound concept is deeply woven into the teachings of Buddha, who emphasized that acts of kindness are seeds we plant, blossoming into infinite happiness and boundless peace. Today, let's delve into a powerful narrative, a heartfelt story of the baker who shared not only bread but also hope, love, and inspiration with those who needed it most. In a humble town, a baker, driven by compassion, placed a simple basket outside his bakery each morning with a sign that read, "Take if you are hungry." This act, seemingly small, was nothing short of miraculous in its power to transform lives, uplift spirits, and ignite hearts with the flame of kindness. Buddha once taught, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. This profound wisdom illustrates precisely why kindness is the truest form of wealth. The more generously we give it away, the richer we become spiritually and emotionally. When we open our hearts and extend kindness without expectation, we align ourselves with the universal law of cause and effect, which promises that goodness inevitably finds its way back to us. As you listen today, let this story inspire you not just to recognize the beauty of kindness but to live it actively every day. Remember, each of us carries the incredible potential to be that baker whose small acts of generosity ripple outward, creating waves of positivity that can profoundly impact countless lives. So, let's embrace this journey together, discovering how acts of kindness can illuminate even the darkest corners of our world. In a quaint village, nestled between lush green hills and gently flowing streams, lived an elderly baker named Samuel. Samuel wasn't just any baker. His kindness was legendary throughout the village. Each morning, long before the first rays of sunlight gently brushed the rooftops, Samuel would awake to begin his day's labor, preparing fresh bread and pastries with unwavering love and devotion. The aroma of freshly baked bread from Samuel's small shop filled the air, mingling harmoniously with the morning mist, drawing villagers from their homes. Samuel's bakery had one special tradition that set it apart. He always placed a basket filled with warm, freshly baked bread outside the bakery door, accompanied by a simple handwritten sign, "Take freely if you're hungry." It was his quiet, compassionate gesture to those in need, born from the profound understanding of interconnectedness and generosity, core teachings of the Buddha. Day after day, villagers marveled at Samuel's consistent generosity. While many took the bread gratefully, others began to question Samuel's approach, suggesting he might be taken advantage of. Yet Samuel remained undisturbed. With a gentle smile, he would often share a simple Buddhist teaching. A single candle can light 1,000 others without diminishing its own flame. Similarly, kindness given freely can never diminish us. It only multiplies our own joy and inner peace. One chilly autumn morning, a mysterious traveler passed through the village. His clothes were tattered, and his face worn by the hardships of travel. Hunger gnawed at him, weakening his steps. As he passed the bakery, the inviting aroma and the simple sign drew him in like a beacon. With hesitation, he reached for a loaf, expecting reproach or accusation. But what greeted him instead was Samuel's warm, reassuring voice from inside the bakery. "Please, friend, eat. Hunger is a visitor no one should entertain long." The traveler was overwhelmed by Samuel's compassion. Tears welled in his eyes, and his heart, burdened by loneliness and struggle, found a moment of respite. This single act of kindness ignited a change in the traveler, renewing his hope and restoring his faith in humanity. He later learned that the traveler had once been a prosperous merchant whose fortunes had turned dramatically, leading him into despair. Samuel's kindness reminded him that the greatest treasures in life were not measured in wealth but in compassion and human connection. Word of Samuel's kindness spread even further, inspiring many others in the village to embrace generosity and compassion. Acts of kindness began to ripple through the village, transforming hearts, bridging divides, and strengthening community bonds. Villagers previously indifferent now felt compelled to offer help to their neighbors, creating a community that thrived on mutual support and genuine empathy. Samuel's story beautifully illustrates the profound teachings of the Buddha on generosity, interconnectedness, and the boundless power of compassion. Buddha taught that acts of kindness, no matter how small they might seem, have the transformative power to change the course of lives. Samuel's simple practice of giving bread without expecting anything in return demonstrated that kindness is indeed an immeasurable wealth, one that enriches the giver just as profoundly as the receiver. This story serves as a powerful reminder for all of us that within every act of generosity lies the potential to create joy, healing, and transformation. When we extend kindness without conditions, we open our hearts to greater happiness and inner peace. Just as Samuel's bread nourished bodies, his compassionate spirit nourished the souls of everyone around him. As you listen to this tale, I invite you to reflect deeply. How can you embody Samuel's generosity in your own life? Every day presents countless opportunities to practice kindness, whether it's offering a warm smile to a stranger, lending a helping hand to someone in need, or simply giving your presence fully to those around you. Remember that every act of kindness creates ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. Let Samuel's story inspire you. Embrace the wisdom that true happiness and fulfillment come not from what we accumulate, but from what we give away freely. Commit yourself to cultivating kindness as your greatest wealth, understanding that each act of compassion brings you closer to experiencing true inner peace and contentment. In the soft rhythm of life, we often rush through the moments that are meant to awaken us. The story of the generous baker and the free loaf of bread is not merely a tale of kindness. It is a gentle reminder from the universe that every small act holds within it the power to shape destinies. Like the subtle whisper of wind through trees, goodness moves quietly, but it leaves a profound echo in the hearts of those it touches. Let us pause and reflect. What did we truly witness in the baker's action? He placed a humble loaf on the windowsill each day, never asking for acknowledgement, applause, or repayment. To many, it may have seemed trivial, perhaps even foolish in a world obsessed with profit and recognition. Yet to someone in need, that loaf was life-saving. The baker's simple gesture became a thread in the tapestry of interconnected human compassion. Buddha once said, "Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened." This is the essence of true giving. The baker's act is a reflection of dana, the Buddhist practice of generosity, a virtue that purifies the heart and softens the ego. When we give without attachment, we free ourselves from the bondage of expectations. We begin to understand that real wealth lies not in accumulation, but in contribution. Now, consider this. What if the baker had judged the beggar by appearance? What if he thought the man undeserving? So often, we fall into the trap of assessing others based on what they seem to be rather than who they truly are. In Buddhist thought, this is called moha, delusion or ignorance. The baker, by contrast, saw the human being before him, not a label or a circumstance. This clarity of vision is the fruit of mindfulness, the ability to see through the illusion and connect with truth. And as the story unfolded, the beggar returned years later, no longer in tattered clothes, but dignified and transformed. He had become someone capable of giving. And what did he do? He repaid the baker, not because he had to, but because he had grown from the seed of kindness planted long ago. Here lies another profound truth. When we give sincerely, the energy of that giving does not vanish. It circles back, sometimes in unexpected and beautiful ways. Let us also reflect on the concept of karma, the law of cause and effect. The baker's actions, rooted in compassion, yielded fruits far greater than he could have imagined. He sowed seeds without seeking harvest, yet the harvest came. The universe responds to the purity of intention more than the magnitude of action. In every moment, we have the power to shape our future by the choices we make today, in thought, in word, in deed. But how can we apply this in our own lives? We must start small, with intention, with presence. Offer a kind word to someone who looks discouraged. Share food with someone who is hungry. Smile at a stranger who seems invisible to the world. These are not grand gestures, but they are powerful. They say, I see you. I acknowledge your humanity. You matter. And in saying this, we elevate not just the other, but ourselves. Kindness is not weakness. It is not passivity. It is strength forged in the fire of awareness. When we act with loving kindness, metta, as the Buddha taught, we become catalysts of peace in a world aching for connection. The story of the baker and the beggar teaches us that the line between the giver and the receiver is an illusion. In giving, we receive. In seeing another's need, we discover our own abundance. So today, ask yourself, what kind of energy are you contributing to the world around you? Are you acting from fear or from compassion? Are you withholding or are you giving freely of your time, your attention, your care? Remember, even the smallest ripple can become a wave of transformation. In closing, let me share another powerful teaching of the Buddha. Drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the wise person, gathering it little by little, fills themselves with good. The baker's daily act of kindness was a single drop, but over time, those drops filled not only his heart but also the life of another, and many more who would be touched by the ripple effect of his generosity. Let us be like that, patient, steady, generous, and aware. Let us live as if each act, each word, each thought is creating our future. Because it is. Kindness is a priceless treasure, but understanding its value is only the beginning. We must also live it and practice it every day. In this part, let's explore how to nurture kindness and apply it in daily life. These steps are simple yet profound, helping turn compassionate intentions into daily habits. Nurturing kindness through daily habits. Kindness is like a seed that grows stronger with daily care. To cultivate it, make a habit of doing good every day, no matter how small the act. As the Buddha taught, drop by drop is the water jar filled. Each small kindness adds up to a heart full of love. Start each morning with a simple intention. Today, I will be kind. As you go through your day, stay mindful of opportunities to help or bring joy to others. You might notice an elderly neighbor needing help carrying groceries, or a coworker who looks stressed and could use a kind word. At first, being kind may take conscious effort, but with consistency it becomes second nature. Day by day, kindness grows from an occasional action into a beautiful habit woven into your life. Simple techniques to practice kindness. To keep kindness at the forefront of your life, try these simple techniques. 1 good deed a day. Challenge yourself to do at least one intentional act of kindness each day. It could be giving up your seat on the bus, picking up litter, or sending a supportive message to a friend. The key is the intentional mindset of doing good. By committing to 1 good deed a day, you make kindness a daily mission. Even on tough days, performing a small act of kindness will give you a sense of purpose and warmth. Kindness journal. Keep a kindness diary to record your compassionate acts. Each evening, write down one kind act you did or saw that day. This habit helps you reflect on the good in your life and reinforces positive behavior. On days you feel down, reading your journal can lift your spirits by reminding you how even small kind acts make a difference. Over time, your journal becomes a beautiful record of the love you've shared and motivates you to continue. Expanding the heart with loving kindness meditation. Kindness is not only about actions, but also about the state of your heart. A powerful Buddhist way to deepen compassion is loving kindness meditation metta. In this practice, you sit quietly and send sincere wishes of well-being to yourself and others. For example, you might silently repeat, "May I be happy. May you be safe. May all beings be at peace." As you meditate, imagine your heart expanding like a warm, radiant light that embraces everyone. This practice gradually softens your heart, dissolving anger and frustration and increasing your empathy and patience. With regular metta meditation, you become more understanding and loving in daily life. As your heart opens to embrace the whole world with kindness. A call to action. Practice kindness now. Knowing about kindness is not enough. We must put it into action. So here's my challenge to you. As soon as you finish listening to this message, perform one act of kindness. It can be big or small, but do it right away. Need ideas? Here are a few to inspire you. Help someone in need. Donate some food or clothing to a homeless person or a local charity. Even buying a warm meal or a cool drink for someone living on the street can bring them comfort and hope. Express heartfelt gratitude. Think of someone who has touched your life. A parent, a friend, a teacher, and sincerely thank them. Send a message or tell them in person how much you appreciate them. Your words of gratitude will brighten their day and strengthen your bond. Small acts of service. Do a simple good deed for someone around you. You could help your family with a chore without being asked. Offer to pick up groceries for a busy neighbor. Or call a friend who feels lonely. Little helpful acts like these spread positivity to those closest to you. The moment you complete your act of kindness, notice how it makes you feel. Most likely, you'll feel a warm glow in your heart, a sense of joy and connection. That feeling is the immediate reward of compassion. By taking action now, you are not only helping someone else, you are also transforming yourself. Conclusion: kindness is indeed a priceless asset, and the more you give it away, the more it grows. By practicing daily kindness, using mindful techniques, and nurturing compassion through meditation, you are planting seeds of joy and peace. Remember, this journey may have easy and hard days, but every kind effort counts. If you stumble, just start again the next day. As the Buddha said, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. So keep sharing your light. Let kindness shine through you in every moment. In doing so, you become a source of hope and love in the world, unlocking the boundless wealth of a compassionate heart. In the quiet stillness of life, where noise often drowns the gentle voices of the heart, kindness stands like a candle in the dark, small but powerful, simple yet transformative. As we reflect on the story of the humble baker and his daily gift of bread, we are reminded that it is not the grand gestures, but the consistent, heartfelt acts of compassion that leave the deepest imprints on the soul. The Buddha once said, "Radiate boundless love towards the entire world, above, below, and across, unhindered, without ill will, without enmity." True kindness does not require riches or perfection. It only asks for presence and intention. A smile, a warm word, a small act of generosity. These are seeds of merit that, when sown regularly, blossom into peace not only in the hearts of others, but also within ourselves. In a world that often measures worth by possessions and achievements, the story of the baker teaches us that real wealth lies in giving, not having. His simple offering, a loaf of bread, became a symbol of hope, dignity, and unseen transformation. Just as a single drop of water ripples through an entire pond, one kind act can uplift a life, shift a perspective, or even save a soul. Now, I invite you to take this message into your heart. Ask yourself, what small act of kindness can I do today? Whether it is helping a stranger, forgiving someone, or simply pausing to listen deeply. Each act is sacred. This is the way of mindfulness, the way of compassion, the path the Buddha walked and invited us all to follow. And if this story has touched even a corner of your heart, I ask you to let the ripple continue. Share this message. Carry it into your conversations, your families, your communities. Let kindness not just be a word, but your way of life. And before you go, if this message resonates with you, if it made you reflect or smile, please give this video a like. If not, then please subscribe to the channel, because sometimes the next story might be the one that truly speaks to your heart. Thank you for walking this path of wisdom and love with me. May your day be filled with peace, presence, and a little more kindness.